What the heck is going on today, guys? It's no secret I love me a battery powered backpack sprayer, so I picked up a couple of new ones from a different brand. We're going to try them out. I'm going to customize them a little bit before I take them out in the field and use them. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, briefly talk about some of the other sprayers that I use and have used, and maybe touch on calibration just a little bit. But the calibration video thing's been beat to death, so I don't really see a need to get in depth on that, but we'll do a little bit. Stay tuned. Alright, what I just picked up was these 24-volt Chapin battery backpack sprayers. I mean, I've seen conflicting comments on them on the internet and such, but the price was right on them, so we're going to try them out. I wanted another one, but this is all they had at the store. Go into a couple things about this thing. All right, I got a 24-volt lithium-ion battery that just slides underneath the thing, and it's got a let me see if I show you, a battery life meter on it there. Let me see what the life is on this battery. It's all green. All right, because I've been charging it. I haven't taken these out and used them or anything yet, but what I don't like is the tips it comes with. I like to use the nice T-Jet tips, and we'll give you a little demonstration of why that is. But as far as how the things are made up, they look kind of similar to a solo sprayer or something. I got a great big wide filler neck on them. The wand looks nice, and you can change the tips out to customize that. The straps are kind of junky. Straps are junky on all these battery sprayers, man. I don't know what the hell the deal is, man. They're expensive, man. Just go ahead and spend the extra $5. Make it $5 more expensive and put a strap worth of crap on it. That's my rant. Because the flow zone, the green one right there, man, I have done everything to anything with that thing. It is incredible. But straps are junky on that one too. Oh well, flow zone, make me some nice straps. But anyway, we're gonna show you, we're not talking about the flow zone right now, we're talking about these new ones. All right, let's show you what the tips do and what my thought is on changing them out and what specifically I'm gonna use these two for. And that's gonna kind of dictate what kind of tip I wanna use too. Hang on. The wand's decent. It's got a strainer in the handle, I believe. Huge filler neck on this thing. Look at that. There's a strainer in it. That's pretty slick. And it just easily goes back on. But there they are. These are the 24-volt models. I have noticed that at the local Walmart store, they do have a 20-volt model with a much cheaper looking wand and stuff on it for about $100. So, I mean, you could get in the battery backpack deal for about what it used to cost to get you a regular pump backpack. All right, hang on. Okay, right now it's just got water in it. This is the factory red fan tip. And I'm going to use this sprayer to spray my glyphosate. So I want it to have a coarse drop. I want it to be pretty controlled in its pattern. I don't want any drift from my spray, so I don't want any fine mist. So I want a big, heavy, coarse drop in a uniform, decent pattern so I can spray up against bed edges and or close proximity to shrubs and stuff and not damage it. Let's see what this thing does. Okay, look at that. See that right there? It means it's spraying a little line out to the side. It's just not very even. And I got a lot of fine mist. Let's see if we can actually see the mist coming up with it. I don't know if it really shows up that good on camera, but I can see it. But it's definitely leaving an outside line, and then a gap, and then another line. So that ain't gonna cut the mustard, Jack. So we're gonna customize this with some T-Jet tips. Say goodbye to that one. All right, let me see if I can do this one-handed. But that's an air injected T-Jet nozzle. Let's see if I can show you this is a blue one. This probably about midline and orifice size, and that just means the little hole in it is smaller or larger. And this is a red one. And this is another air injected T-jet. Oh, sorry. And there's a yellow one. Well, there goes the yellow one. Anyway, the yellow one's got the smallest orifice, blue one in the middle, the red one a little bigger. On the glyphosate sprayer, what I'm aiming for, like I said, coarse drop, all that stuff, which this definitely gives you. I've used the yellow ones on all kinds of stuff. My PPC Total Turf 5000 Deluxe Boom Sprayer had those on it. But the blue one is going to step down my volume a little bit, I'm thinking, so I don't have to, I can still get a decent amount on the, you can see that in there, but that's going to be the orifice size right in there. Anyway, the blue one will step down my volume a little bit over the red one and step it up a little bit over the yellow one. I might go back to the yellow one, I don't know. But anyway, I got some areas with big beds and stuff, and I want to be able to be out there spraying for a while and not empty out the tank instantly. And what you'll have to do is calibrate it so you'll know how much spray volume you're putting out per 1,000 square feet. And that way you can adjust the amount of, in this case, this is going to be my glyphosate sprayer, adjust the amount of glyphosate you're going to put in it. You know, most things will say 2 ounces per gallon, but that ain't really cutting it the per gallon rate because you don't know what you're spraying it as far as your spray volume. So T-Jet puts out a chart with, that's the good thing about these, is they're, you know, industry leader nozzles, and they're going to have all kinds of backup on the internet and everything. But they got a chart that's going to give you an idea of what these will do at certain spray pressures and speed. You know, take your average walking speed, 3 to 4 miles an hour is what I would say. And I you know, walking expert, so I don't know, that's just my guess. But on the chart, T-Jet says, hold on, I wrote it down. On the chart, T-Jet says with that yellow one, at an average walking speed, at the pressure that the factory says that Chapman sprayer has, says 35 to 40 PSI, will give you 3.9 to 3.4 gallons per 1,000. 5.9 to 5.1 with the blue one, and 9.1 to 0.68. That's a, why is the range so different on that? I don't know. But what I would like, my plan is to use the red one on my spot spraying application, and I would like to be very close to a gallon per 1,000 on that. And that spot spraying, I can adjust how long I linger at what I'm spraying to make me happy on that one. And this one, if I could get half gallon or so per 1,000, that's where I want to be. So I know, you know, as far as to purchase these nozzles, I know what range I'm looking at, but you're really going to have to calibrate your sprayer. And I'll spend about 2 seconds on that because there's lots of good videos that people have put out on calibration. All right, to calibrate something like one of these battery backpacks, you can do it in a couple different methods. Oh, my stick is getting away from me here. You do a couple different methods. You could put about 1.5 gallons in it, you know, because it's got measuring lines on it. Measure out 1,000 square feet. Sprayed 1,000 square feet a few times. Check how much juice you've shot out of the thing, and that, you know, average that out, and that's going to be pretty close. Or you could measure off 1,000 square feet, spray it, time yourself, do it a few times, take the average time, then spray the solution into a measuring beaker for that amount of time, and there you go. That'll be how much you're putting out. Or, you know, what we will usually do, what we will usually do is just do a little math and like spray 1/4 of 1,000 square feet and then multiply that by 4 to get where you're going. Anyway, go look at Pete or whatever to see detailed calibration. Okay, again, here we go. Glyphosate sprayer is what I want to use this for. And there is the blue T-Jet, air injected. Let's see what it does. Be a lot more uniform with that. And look how, see how big these droplets are? These are big, heavy, air-filled drops. They're not gonna drift off target. This is the 110 degree angle nozzle too, by the way. I feel a lot more comfortable with that. And I'm gonna walk it off and calibrate it and see if that's gonna get me in that half gallon per 1,000 range like I want to, and then I will be able to mix my glyphosate in the tank accordingly to get me the knockdown power I want. But there's that one. All right, this is another kind of T-jet nozzle too. I don't know if you can see that thing. This is another air injected one, but this is an AXI, and it doesn't have the stainless steel sleeve in it or anything, but it sprays fine too. It's a real coarse drop out of this as well. All right, I use those some too. All right, this is one I'm going to use for spot spray, and that's the red nozzle, so it's going to be higher volume. And like I said, I would like, just for the simple purposes of knowing that, well, to easy mix a spot spray solution. I mean, I'm probably not going to mix much more than a gallon at a time, but I can know that I'm going to, use 1 gallon of spray mixture per 1,000, so it makes my mixing ratios easy, so I can just go ahead and put 1,000 square feet worth of product in with the gallon. Well, let's see what this one does. Again, it's big, heavy drops. It's real uniform. And this sprayer puts out right there. Well, let's see. Can you see the? It's just got water in it. Don't be alarmed. But you can kind of get an idea, or I can, looking at how big those drops are. But there you go. So that's that. All right. So I went ahead and calibrated them, and it was real close to what T-Jet recommended, or what T-Jet said it was. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those 2 sprayers into service, and I'm gonna quit using this one. This has been my glyphosate sprayer for last year. I hate that thing. It's cumbersome as heck. Oh, I'm knocking stuff up. But you ought to see how I'm sitting on the ground. Look at all these dumb straps on this thing. I mean, you're gonna strap into it like it's gonna make you fly or something, like it's a rocket backpack. Yeah, but I'm done with that one. All right. Now I got several of these. This is a little Smith hand can. What I do with these is certain products for spot spraying. Like I'll keep one with a nut sedge product in it. I'll keep one with Celsius in it. And I'll keep one with like Celsius and Revolver mixed together in it. And that way, when you see a tough weed that one of these products will go after, you just grab your labeled can and go out there and get it. The flow's on. We'll skip over that one for the moment and get back to it. I use this thing for a glyphosate sprayer for years. It's people, this is the kind of straps you need on a backpack. None of that harness stuff, none of these little spaghetti things like that. That's what you need right there. I'm sure I can find straps to go on these Chapin things. This thing's super durable, man. It's lasted and been great. My issue with it is there's no strainer in the handle. So when you use this brass adjustable tip, man, it plugs up all the damn time. So that's my hate on that one. And these things here, I bet you I've had a dozen of them. I like the design of it. It's sleek and easy to use and easy to carry and everything. Come here, Steel. But I don't know if you can really see it or if I'm getting, I'm sorry for this crappy video. It's got a rubber hose that goes to the pressure canister here, and those rubber hoses fail. You have to replace them. The rubber wand hose was a weird quality rubber. They failed all the time. This is not the original. This is a decent braided line that holds up. That's not the original wand either. The wands were poly and didn't last either. So why I'm even talking about this thing? No, but I mean, they're all right, but I'll never buy another one. Anyway, Now, the Flow-Zone. Man, the Flow-Zone has got an 18-volt lithium-ion battery on it, and it's supposed to have a little plastic cover that goes here, but that broke off like within days of having it. And again, the straps are pretty much junk, but I like that pad right there. That's kind of thoughtful. But it has a wand like a pressure washer, and you can quick release the tips in and out of it. Oh, man, I'm doing some bad video and sitting in the driveway. But you can quick release the tips in and out of it and put your long reach wand in it, things like that. But man, this thing has been absolutely awesome, and it puts out a lot of volume. And so you know, spraying whole yards with it or something, it empties out really quick. What I'm mainly going to use these kind of sprayers for, they're expensive too. They're real expensive compared to that Chapin. But if the Chapin is half the sprayer that this is, they'll be fine. These have such high pressure and put out so much volume. I'm going to use it for my nutritive stuff, for shrubs and trees, to spray bugs in shrubs and trees, and or maybe in some tight areas I'm going to run my humic acid and stuff in them that I can't get into with the permagreen or whatever. But I'm not going to spray any more herbicides out of it. But you know, you got like a bush with scale on it or something. This sprays at like 110 pounds, so it'll actually wash the scale off. You put some hort oil in it, you can wash the scale off, and it don't come back, man. So these are awesome for anything, but I'm mainly going to use it for my tree and shrub stuff. What else have I got? I got this. Well, how to get up and get to it, I guess. I do carry this thing on a daily basis. I use that. We have fire ants here, and I keep bifenthrin in it and spray fire ant mounds with it, and surrounding the fire ant mound, so that works good. And then of course the permagreen, but that man, love that thing so far. But it runs it's got 2 fan nozzles on it for high and low gear for little trim pass, and it'll spray about the width of the tires. And then it's got the T-Jet turbo flood jet nozzles on it. I'll show you the nozzles. These are the fans, and these are the turbo flood jets, and they shoot out a great big heavy drop that just shoots out like a kind of like a clamshell in front of the sprayer. And it's not, I really don't think you'll have much problems with drift out of a permagreen. If it's windy and you spray, it will distort the spray pattern, but I don't really see it blowing those drops around very much. But you know, that I can't say enough about that thing. The Flow-Zone actually has a little bit of a leak in it. I got to go in there and see if I can rebuild it or replace the line. But just to give you an idea of the power on this thing. Blow our nozzles away. But I mean, for trees and shrubs, and it's got a, look at that thing. And it's got a you know, a jet stream and a extension wand and all that. And I mean, it'll shoot a long way to get this stream. Some of that Flow-Zone power, baby. But I like this thing. All right, now I got to put all this crap up and go do some spraying for real instead of spraying water in the driveway. But I think the Chapins are going to be fine. My criticism on them right now is the little straps, but I didn't like the straps on the Flow-Zone either, and swore I was going to change them out as soon as I got them, and I never did. So I mean, we've had the thing over a year now, and still got the same straps on. They're wearing out though. But the good thing about the battery backpacks versus the pump sprayers is, well, one, they're coming down in price now, so they're pretty, my string all wild. They're pretty much accessible to everyone, and you're going to get a more accurate, constant rate of pressure for your applications, because when you're pumping that backpack, it's going up and down as far as the spray pressure as you pump it. So
you can easily calibrate one of these and hone it in and, you know, really dial it in to get your application rates precise. But there you go, man. Just a little bit. Well, I gotta get to work. I don't got time to fart around the YouTube video. But I'm glad you guys checked in today. If you did, if you didn't, well, didn't you miss a ton of info? Oh well. But anyway, on the backpack sprayers, I think the little Chapin things are gonna work out good. I want to get another one so I can have one to spot spray cool season, one to spot spray warm season, and a glyphosate one. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching. Thanks a lot. We'll check you out next time.